Lisa wrote the expression 3 plus 6x minus 2 times x plus 1 plus 5. She simplified the expression using the following steps. Okay, and here you can see each step she took to make the expression more and more simple. Lisa says that 3 plus 6x minus 2 times x plus 1 plus 5 equals x plus 6. So this was just the expression she started out with up here, and she's asserting that that expression she started with is correctly simplified down to x plus 6. That's all they're saying here. But then the problem tells us Lisa's statement is incorrect. In which step did Lisa first make a mistake? And what is a correct expression for that step? So somewhere in there she makes an error. And the best place to start is just at the beginning, noting how do they go from the start to the next step, and just going through that step by step until you spot an error. So I'm going to actually rewrite this so we have some more space because it's kind of cramped. So I'm going to just rewrite that first step. 3 plus 6x minus 2 times x plus 1 plus 5. Or rather, this is not even the first step. This is just what we start out with. Okay. And we want to see, do we, by simplifying this, get down to this step? Now, I'm going to point out something they did here, which we haven't done a lot of, but I think you'll follow pretty straightforwardly what they've done here. So just as a quick aside, I want to look at this as an example, and then I'm going to jump back to the problem. Let's say we have 3 times 1 plus x. Now we've seen many times how we could distribute this, and this would be 3 times 1 plus 3 times x, and that would give us 3 plus 3x, okay? Now, what she's attempted to do here is the reverse of distributing, okay, which is something you can definitely do. We haven't done much of it, but it's just pretty much the straight opposite. So if I wanted to factor out, as we call it, factor out a 3 from here, I could do that. It would be like this. Let's divide out a 3 from here and bring it out to the outside. So divide this term by 3, divide this term by 3, which would leave us with the following. And you can see if we distributed this back, this 3 times 1 would give you 3. 3 times x, which would give you 3x. Okay, so I just wanted to, as a quick aside, and then we're going to jump back to the problem now, point out what she was doing there. Okay. And so let's go ahead and take out that 3. Let's factor out a 3 as she attempted to here. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. This is called factoring out. It is a skill we haven't practiced, but I'm going to demonstrate it, and I think you're going to follow it. And then 6x divided by 3 will give you 2x. Let me just make sure I did that right. If I multiply this back, 3 times 1, yes, that gives me 3. 3 times 2x, yes, that gives me 6x. Okay, so I did that right. This part is unchanged going from the start to step 1, so I'm going to also leave that unchanged. I'm just looking for what changed between each step, and was that change done correctly? Okay, boom, pause. Look at this. This is what I got. 3 times 1 plus 2x. Look what she got. 3 times 1 plus x. Look what happens if she multiplies that back to check. 3 times 1 is 3. That's correct. 3 times x is 3x. That's not what we started with, though. We started with 6x. So that's the error right here. For this to be done correctly, this should have been 3 times 1 plus 2x. Okay, so the error is in step 1, so automatically we can eliminate this, and now let's read this a little more closely. It says step 1 is an error, and let me go back to what they're asking us. In what step did Lisa first make the mistake, and what is the correct expression? Okay, so what should it be? And we've actually already done that here. And we'll see choice B actually looks just like what we found.